Welcome to the HFT Stocks and Options Commentary. I'm Paulo Navarro. Today is Thursday, March 14, 2013. For the market internals, the New York Stock Exchange Advanced Decline Differential closed at 931. Nasdaq Advanced Decline Differential closed at 804. We had 127 new 52-week highs for the S&P 500 and one new 52-week low. This is a very high reading on the number of 52-week highs, over 30% of the S&P 500 making 30 new 52-week highs. For the volatility index, the dollar-weighted put-call ratio on the VIX, we have a very bullish reading on March with 14.88 and 17% of the total premiums paid. On April, also a bullish reading with 15% of the total premiums paid. And the other important ones are May and June, bearish both of them with 26 and 38% of the total premiums paid. Here we have the daily chart for SPX. We were up today almost 9 handles, over 0.5% for the day. We make a new high here for SPX yearly, and we are points away from the all-time high. We talked about Friday about coming to this week and thinking our target was going to be the all-time high. We are points away. I continue to think tomorrow we're gonna hit that target, at least intraday. And let's see what happens. I'm pretty bullish in the market here. We're finishing at the highs of the day, which is very good. And that's very important. Let's go for the Qs. I remain bullish here. Also on the Qs, we were up 0.34%, lagging a bit. We continue to be on this consolidation period we have marked here on this channel. I'm looking for a breakout, eventually looking for 71, 72 level on the Qs. So I'm bullish on SPX. I'm bullish on the Qs also. If we look at IWM, the Russell 2000 ETF, this has been a market leader overall. If you look here, 1% up today. Very nice action, as you can see here, making new all-time high. We had a target of 95. We closed at 94.80, pretty close here. I think we could hit it tomorrow, closing at the highs of the day, which is very important. Also, yesterday we talked about on the Dow Jones Transportation Index was on fire. Today we get some continuation, 0.78% today. We're looking for higher prices here, as you can see here for the Dow Jones Trans Index. I'm looking for, on the daily chart, next target would be 6,400. So I'm looking for 120 more points to the upside. That would be positive 3 sigma on the daily chart. And that's what I'm looking so far here. So I remain bullish on this market. It has more legs to go in my opinion. Now let's go to the metals. GLD. Here we have GLD basically flat today. And the important thing here, we gapped lower, then we went higher, tried to make a new high, we failed, and the important thing to take here is we are failing to make new highs here. We broke here with this new lower high, sorry, and now we have this descending trend line here. Short term, we could see it, we filled the gap. I'm looking for a test here of the previous lows we've been talking about. I'm remaining with my target 149, 148 on GLD. Let's go for SLV. Pretty much the same pattern here, but we ended lower 0.5% today. You can see here on the chart that we tried to went higher, but we then gave up some of the gains. I'm looking for lower prices, 26 and 25, once we break these lows we had put on February. So I remain to be bearish on the metals. I think every pop should be shorted, of course, with the right risk to reward. Let's go for the stocks. Here we have the Apple chart. Here we have it, 432, up 0.97% for the day. Basically flat intraday. We opened up 0.9% for the day, so that was basically it. We went higher, we went lower, and we stayed basically the same. The important thing to take here, we are breaking out of this downward trend line. We talked about it. This is the first time that Apple breaks out this downward trend line from this highs here from January 1st, Feb 11, And then today you can see here we're breaking out. I want to see tomorrow a confirmation and a close above that level, looking for 440 tomorrow, and even try to test the next downward trend line we have. We're starting to look like some basing pattern here on Apple. We're gonna have to see a couple of more days of some pushing higher and break that 450. I'm looking for 470 as our next target if we break to the upside those two downward trend lines we have. Now let's go for Amazon, down what, 3% for the day, 3.4% for the day on Amazon. Very bad here. We're breaking the 55-day moving average. We're just closing at the 55. So that's going to be important to see if we hold. If we do not hold, I'm looking for 265 as our next target. I again mentioned I am not on a trade on Amazon. IBM today a market leader. You can see here 1.75% for the day. Look at this huge pop, new high here. I'm looking for 220 on this one. And last, we're gonna look at Google. Google, here we have it, basically flat, down 0.5% for the day. Still consolidating here, maybe a bull flag. I'm not in the trade. Maybe look for starting the trade around this 820 level with a very tight stop. I'm not in it. I would only get in if we start to make new highs. That's it for today, guys.